Today, we are ranking snow cards on a tier list. We're going to start off with Diamond Fairy. It is a blue, white, green, 2 generic, 3/3 fairy. I didn't know the fairies came in band. Alright, but it's a snow creature. It's a flyer. And for a snow and 1 generic, snow creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Is this a fairy deck or is it a snow deck? Anyway, 5 mana for a 3/3 that I have to buff my creatures with another ability. Not the most exciting. I'd actually argue that this is like a pretty below average card. Like, what am I even buffing with this thing? Ice Fang Quaddle? I don't know. Is Dark Depths a snow creature? I'm not sure. Alright, I'm putting this at a pretty clunky C tier. You have to pay, let me get this straight. You have to pay 5 mana, 3 different colors. Like, the most static ability on this thing is flying. And I have to pay more in order to get the buff. And it's a rare? Is that a rare? It is rare. Absolutely not. I am not giving this thing any benefit whatsoever. Alright, Bean Pot with Abominable Tree Folk. Abominable it is. Is this like a Yeti? It's the Yeti. It's the Abominable Snowman. It's that guy from Ski Free. Did anyone play Ski Free when they were a kid? You're skiing down and then this monster comes and gets you. Alright, we got a blue-green 2 generic Star Tree Folk. But it is a snow creature. Trample. Abominable Tree Folk's power and toughness are each equal to the number of snow permanents you control. I can get behind that. Alright, if you're only playing with snow lands, which is pretty easy to do overall, it's at least a 4/4 creature that scales with more creatures you have in play, more snow permanents. And when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap set. That stuns it. It gives another creature the buzzer. You do not untap. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go back 3 spaces. I like this. I don't think I like it. I don't know. I might put it back into the B tier. I mean, this card's okay. It's like, it's better in limited than it is in constructed. But it actually could be and it has trample. So, I mean, it becomes a 6/6, 7/7, 8/8. Good luck blocking it, because it's not going to be a chump block. You're just going to throw your creature into the void for no reason. Okay, like 7 beavers, we got the Goblin Snowman. Goblin Snowman. You know what? I might even consider any card that has the word snow in it. Just because I don't even think this is a snow creature, right? Or did it? Did they errata this? They didn't. This is technically not a snow card. Anything with the word snow in it is fair game, okay? Anything with the word snow in it for the holiday spirit around here. Alright, Goblin Snowman is a red 3 generic 1/1 goblin. Whenever it blocks, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by it this turn. Because it's a snowman, it's just a bunch of snow. Is it going to attack? It can attack for 1 damage. Tap Goblin Snowman deals 1 damage to target creature it's blocking. I understand that part. There's a bunch of goblins behind. They're hucking their own snowballs. I don't understand the 1 power. I guess it hurts to slam into a snowman. Without snow in the art, I will disqualify that. I don't know. Give me a suggestion. I'll make my own judgment on the spot. There's a lot of cards with snow in it. I don't want to give it away that much. Look, this is an obvious slam dunk case where we're going to include it. It's a literal snowman. Even goblins have a taste for fun around there. Although I don't know how they made this snowman. This is not a very round... Not a round ball. Okay, anyway, where are we going to place the Goblin Snowman? Pretty low. I mean, I don't think this card is any good at all. Maybe it's okay, actually. Hold on, it prevents all damage to blocking creatures. Yeah, I could get behind that. It blocks prevent all combat damage to be dealt to and dealt by it this turn. Alright, so it's like an invincible blocker. I can get behind that. Easy B tier. B for blocking. Not a good blocker, but a blocker nonetheless. Oh, we got Jack in the Box with a Snow Devil. Snow Devil it is. Has snow in the name. Alright, blue 1 generic enchant creature. Target creature gains flying as long as you control any snow-covered lands. That creature also gains first strike when blocking. This is terrible. This is I don't even know if I would call this a limited all-star. It's like target creature gains flying, and it has first strike. You know, when I give my creature flying, I don't intend it on getting blocked, period. Although I bet it's gonna fight anything with flying anyway. D tier. Would never play this card. I don't know if anyone would play this card. King Ginger with the Oran Frostfang. Oran Frostfang. Oh, big snake. What's the snakes doing in a blizzard? Like, there's actually a lot of snow-covered snakes. Is that, like, related to any of those creatures we see in Star Wars? Okay, it's a green, 3 generic, 2/6 snake. Attacking creatures you control have Death Touch. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I like the second half of that. So, actually, this is a pretty strong card. It's clunky as hell in mono green, but both effects are actually quite useful. It's going to be really hard to block this thing. Actually, this reminds me of that dinosaur in Jurassic Park. The one that ate the guy that betrayed everyone on the island. Whenever creature control deals combat damage to a player, I can also get behind that. I love drawing cards. A tier. Not quite competitive, though. Probably I'm being really generous to these cards. Really generous. They're all C tiers. But you know what? In the league of their own, we got to compare them in their own right. All right, I got a few super chats. We're going to start off the largest one with Balder. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Happy holidays, Coffee, Crew, and Nikachu. Stay jolly, everyone. Thank you so much, Balder. And with that super chat, we're going to donate it. We're going to donate it to Underworld Paradise Blizzard Brawl. Sounds like another combat trick. The Blizzard Brawl. Who would win? One giant bear or a small... Actually, quite a large man with an axe, but that is a much larger bear. It's a green snow sorcery. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, the creature you control gets +1/+0 and is indestructible until end of turn. Then they fight each other to the death. Well, someone's gonna die. Otherwise, I don't think you'd be playing the Blizzard Brawl. The card is okay. It can be considered removal, but the problem is... in response, someone can just kill your creature, so I'm not that excited by it. C tier. Not completely useless. D is useless. D for damn useless garbage. Okay, Christopher B, you would be great for this show. Okay, Jorn, God of Winter. Oh yeah, if it says winter, that's good enough with me too. If it says winter, snow, Santa, I don't think there's a Santa card though. Okay, we got a green 2 generic 3/3 God. When Jorn attacks, untap each snow permanent you control. That is busted. That's insane. And we can flip it over too. You can also have Cauldering the Rhyme Staff, a black-blue 1 generic snow artifact. Tap. You may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard this turn. If you do, it enters the battlefield tapped. Basically it's Lurrus for snow cards. This card is absolutely insane. Jorn is a god. And for being a god, you're S, our first S tier. The first useful competitive ability at a reasonable casting cost. Look, this is 3 mana. It's 2 cards in 1! You got 2 cards in 1, everyone. You hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't think I'm using that statement correctly, but whatever. Okay, next up, we've got Henrik with Icebreaker Kraken. Icebreaker Kraken. Which is a, what the hell, blue 10 generic 8/8 Kraken, but it costs 1 less to cast for each snowland you control. Okay, so like for 6 mana, so you can cast it for 6 mana if you have 6 snowlands. When Icebreaker Kraken enters the battlefield, artifacts and creatures target opponent controls don't untap during that player's next untap step. That's amazing. And return 3 snowlands you control to their owner's hand. Return Icebreaker Kraken to its owner's hand. So you can keep bouncing it back to your hand, really hard to kill with removal. I like it. It's a little clunky though, but I like it. I like Kraken. Kraken where you deserve to be. You know what? You're better than a snowman. I give you A tier. You're clunky but interesting. All right, we got Jay. Jay with the super chat. Infernal Spawn of Evil. It's not a real card. Well, you super chatted it onto the show, so I'll count it. Okay, we got a black, black, black 6 generic, flying first strike 7/7. Black 1 generic, reveal Infernal Spawn of Evil from your hand. Oh, so you can, you don't have to play it for 9 mana. Say, it's coming. Infernal Spawn of Evil deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Activate this ability only during your upkeep and only once each turn. Ugh, my upkeep. Why can't I do that end of turn? Why can't I do that at the end of everybody's turn? That'd be a neat card, although it would probably be broken. Like, at the end of everyone's turn, pay 2, deal 1 to everyone, pay 2, deal 1 to everyone, pay 2, deal 1 to everyone. That would seem pretty cheap. They can't even, well, they can interact with the card. They have to discard it from my hand. I honestly don't like this card very much. Very clunkaroony. Ability really sucks. The C tier. To C tier with you, damn it. Hinaria with Dead of Winter. Dead of Winter. I've been got by Dead of Winter many times. Black 2 generic sorcery. All non-snow creatures. And that's the kicker. It's non-snow creatures. Get -X until end of turn, where X is the number of snow perms you control. Usually when you play a sweeper, you play Supreme Verdict, you play Anger of the Gods, you play, I don't know, Wrath of God. There's usually some splashback on you. You kill my creatures, but you're gonna kill your own. Not with the Dead of Winter. Instead, this is a sweeper for my stuff, but not the person who's playing the snow deck. So if you got any of these other creatures that we've looked at, like the Infernal Spawn of Evil, the Icebreaker Kraken. Hold on, does the Spawn of Evil, is it even a snow card? It's coming. It didn't even say snow anywhere. Whatever, I guess we're gonna keep it. It had a cup of hot chocolate. You have the Jorn, God of Winter. You know, you have all these snow permanents. Dead of Winter just is a one-sided board wipe for 3 mana. And it gets bigger for all the snow creatures you have in play. It's insane. If snow ever becomes viable, it's danger. Oh, it is. It's funny, there's a lot of good snow cards out there, but the thing that was holding it together was... Does anyone have the card? Is it a super chat? No. Someone had to have mentioned this. Thing holding it together was... Okay, I can't see it. If someone mentions it later, we'll look into it. Blizzard from Joe. Literally a very wintry name. Alright, it's a green enchantment, commute of upkeep 2. You cannot cast Blizzard if you control no snow-covered lands. You'd be a fool not to play snow-covered lands with this card. Creatures with flying do not untap during their controller's untap step. Problem is, commute of upkeep 2. I'm gonna pay 2 mana... and then 2 extra mana every single turn to keep this thing around? Absolutely not. Flying creatures aren't even a threat these days. Okay, next super chat we've got from Lightning Medic. Thank you so much. Ascendant Spirit and Isu the Abominable, if it hasn't been done. Merry Christmas. Hope everyone is enjoying the holidays. All right, that was a big super chat for a big super chat. I will look at both these cards. Ascendant Spirit. Ascendant Spirit is probably the best level up creature in the game. At a competitive level, maybe Lighthouse Chronologist is better just overall, because it has just an overall better powerful effect. But this is one of the better ones. It's a blue 1/1. Now the thing is, it's a level up card, except it doesn't level up. You can play it at instant speed. So it's a snow creature spirit. You pay 2 snow. Ascendant Spirit becomes a spirit warrior with base power and toughness 2/3. Also, you can do that instant speed. End of turn, turn my guy into a 2/3. And then for 3 snow, if it's a spirit, if it's a warrior, put a flying counter on it, and it becomes a spirit warrior angel with base power and toughness 4/4. And then for 4 snow, if it's an angel, put 2 more counters on it, and it gains whenever this creature deals combat damage, you draw a card. That's value you cannot ignore. Actually, a pretty damn decent card overall. And then you want Isu the Abominable. Okay, we got blue 3. Whoops, hold on. Let's go back. This is... You know what? I'm moving my tiers. I'm moving the tiers. Okay, this thing is an A tier card. This crap can go into the B tier level. This is legitimately A tier. Like, not overpowered. Not that bad, though. This is like competitive, but not good. None of these are really competitive, but they're interesting. And these are all clearly garbage. All right, I like the tier list as it stands right now. It's shaping up. Okay, but what was the other card? We had another card here. The other card was... Isu. Oh no, I was already there. Okay, blue, 3 generic for a 5/5 Yeti. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. That's good. All right, that's like Future Sight. Can you play the cards? You may play Snowlands and cast snow spells from the top of your library. Also really good. And whenever another snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay green, white, or blue. If you do, put a counter on, put a +1/+1 counter on Isu. Also, all great abilities. I like the card. It's a Future Sight wrapped up into this creature. I will also give this A tier. Very playable, but not overwhelmingly powerful. Jess says, didn't think you'd stream on Christmas. I stream every day, even on the Canadian holidays. Not that this is a Canadian holiday. This is a holiday for everybody. The show must go on. Okay, what do we got? Chen Fred with Melting. Melting? It's a red card. We got a red 3 generic enchantment. All snow-covered lands become non-snow lands of the same type. This is incredibly narrow. So basically, alright, you snow-covered plains, it's now just a plains. It's like a weird blood moon for, I don't know, snowlands. This card's borderline. Who's playing this card? Nobody is playing this card. No one's trying to hate on snowlands like this. If you want to hate on snowlands, there are better ways of doing it. This is not the way. Not the way whatsoever. Okay, don't worry. I am going to get through every super chat, but I prioritize based on how large the super chat is. Scott the Dark Knight. Merry Christmas to all. Goblin Ski Patrol, the new version. Goblin Ski Patrol. They be patrolling. Which one's the new version? This is the new version? You mean with the flavor text? Okay, we got a red 1 generic 1/1 goblin. Pay a red and 1. Goblin Ski Patrol gets +2/+0 and gains flying. Flying? I guess it found some air. Okay, its controller sacrifices it at end of turn? What are we doing with this card? Play this ability only once and only if you control snow-covered mountain. Aye! Ib Half-Heart, Goblin Tactician. The goblins, they sacrifice themselves for the greater good, for the good of the goblins overall. Okay, this card sucks though. It's a 2-mana. It's not even, you can't even really throw it at anything. But whatever, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. We'll go to C. C for crap. Absolute crap. There's blood on the snow, is there? Well, there will be in a minute. Oh, maybe it was referencing this guy over here. Who knows? Okay, Abzo with a Darkar Valkyrie. Alright, we got a white 4 generic 4/5 angel with flying and vigilance. Tap. When target creature other than a Darkar Valkyrie dies this turn, return that creature to the battlefield under its owner's control. I thought this was sorry, under your control. Then return that card. So if it's somebody else's card, yeah, I guess it's coming back under your control. Interesting. At first I thought, well, this is just a really clunky Sarah Angel, right? Like, that's flying, vigilance, not impressive. Oh! Bring my dead creatures back from the graveyard. I'm all in. All right, a Darkar Valkyrie actually has some utility. Very clunky, though, so B tier. It's a clunkaroony. See, the thing is, things aren't dead in the snow environment. They're only preserved in cryogenics. It's natural cryogenics, people. I don't know anything about cryogenics, so don't get angry at me. The Big Squig! 'Tis the season for giving. Donate. Thank you very much, the Big Squig. All right, you donate to me, and we will donate to... There we go, volunteerism with Arkham's Astrolabe. That's the card I was thinking. This card built so many snow decks. It was like the linchpin to making snow decks work. It was like a free artifact, because it was for 1 snow... It's a snow artifact. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. So it's like a cantrip for 1 mana. And it filters mana. For 1 mana, you can tap and add one mana of any color. So you can just go get a bunch of basic lands that will never get affected by Wasteland, Dust Bowl, Blood Moon, back to basics. And then it just turns it into whatever mana you want. It filters into whatever mana you want. So basically, basics were... See, dual lands, that's the old thing. Basic lands, it's like the new old thing. What's old is new again. Anyway, it actually just it just terrorized every format. Look, it's banned in Pauper, banned in Modern, banned in Legacy, and with good reason. And you could blink this thing for value. This is what makes snow decks competitive. And then, when it got banned, all the snow cards basically got banned. Some of them still see play, but not nearly as many as they're used to. Before, what's it called? Dead of Winter was a much more popular card at competitive level. Keeps Wasteland decks in check. We need Wasteland! Wasteland is good! There's too many powerful cards out there. Too much power. Okay, who hasn't got a card yet? Okay, talking about powerful creatures. Ice Fang Quaddle. Ice Fang Quaddle is a green-blue 1/1 snake with flying and flash. I don't know why a snake has wings. Drank Red Bull. When Ice Fang Quaddle enters the battlefield, draw a card. Ice Fang Quaddle has Death Touch, and long as you control at least 3 other snow permanents. Gotta be other! So you got like only 2 lands in play, and the Ice Fang Quaddle does not work. You need to have that 1 extra snow permanent in play. That used to be, Arkham's Astrolabe. Turn 1 Astrolabe. Turn 2 Quaddle. Block your creature. It dead! Go straight to the graveyard. Ice Fang Quaddle is actually insane. Now kept in check by Bowmasters. I don't know if that was necessary. I don't think Quaddle was that oppressive, but it's definitely an S tier card. Okay, next up, we've got Uno. Uno with the super chat. Thanks so much. Morit of the Frost. Morit of the Frost is a blue-blue-green 2 generic 0/0 shapeshifter with changeling, which means it's every creature type, including merfolk. You may have Morit of the Frost enter the battlefield as a copy of a permanent you control. Oh, permanent! Artifacts, planeswalkers, enchantments, except it's legendary and snow in addition to its other types, and if it's a creature, it enters the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it, and it has changeling. I think that's a very versatile card. I like it. So you can have doubled, actually maybe you can't choose Planeswalker of a permanent you control except it's legendary and snow. I guess you can because the Planeswalker is legendary. Damn! Or is there a way to like copy a Planeswalker that's not legendary? I don't know, that'd be some mental gymnastics. Either way, a lot of good stuff you can go get with this thing. Decent clone effect, A tier. I like it. Archimbolds with Merit, Lages. Is it Merit Lage? Lage's Slumber. I know what this card is. Merit Lage's Slumber. Blue 1 generic snow enchantment, legendary enchantment. Whenever Merit Lage's Slumber or another snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you scry 1. So it's a scrying machine. But at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more snow permanents, sacrifice Merit Lage's Slumber. If you do, create the Merit Lage, a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. As if we don't have enough ways of waking up the Lage, Merit Lage. This card ended up being useless. Really hard to use. Has anyone got a Merit Lage off of this card? I'm sure somebody out there has made that achievement unlock. It doesn't seem that bad. Like, it's a scrying machine, but it's not drawing cards or anything. I think I would rather have as search for as Cantor or something. I could be wrong. This might be a slightly better card. Like, it's 2 mana, it's cheap, you get a 20/20 at the end of it. A lot of interesting stuff over there. Okay, we got another one by Jay. Okay, the real suggestion this time. Arctic Tree Line. Arctic Tree Line. It's a land. It's a snow land. Arctic Tree Line enters the battlefield tapped. I don't like it. It's not indestructible. It is a snowland that you can fetch out. Actually, I forgot. These were really competitive. Like, you can fetch them out with lands, like, with fetch lands. So if you need to play a multicolor deck with a very heavy snow theme, like, these are your go-to cards, actually. I was about to give this D tier. Actually, I have to give it S tier. This is an S tier card. But only if it has synergy with, like, snow cards. It's the only way it makes it work. Yeah, I mean, like, it's fetchable. And it does, so it's not a big deal. End of turn, fetch, put this tapped land in play. You don't have to have a whole lot of them into your deck to have a big impact. John Carver, would you consider thawing glaciers? I will. It's, you know what? If it has anything to do with ice, snow, I'm gonna count it. I like this card. Enters the battlefield tapped. Pay 1, tap, search your library for a basic land. No, let's get the OG one. The OG. Got people hunting for fish down over here. Okay, enters the battlefield tap, pay 1, tap, search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Return Thawing Glaciers to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next cleanup step. The thing that sucks is that you only get like a land every other turn, so you return at the cleanup step. That means the end of your turn, so it gets bounced to your hand. Next turn, you have to play it onto the battlefield tapped. That's your land drop for the turn, and then you activate it on the following turn. Not a huge fan of that. Whoops, hold on, let's get the people over here. It used to be S tier back in the day. Like, that was like a premium way to thin your decks of lands. You like to thin your deck? It was great back then, but it's actually fallen to the wayside. You could still play this thing if you like the deck thinning aspect of it, but it's not nearly as good as it used to be. Alright, next up, we've got Arseny with, thank you for the streams, like them, you're welcome. I appreciate that. We're gonna keep the streams up. I've been doing this for like 4 years now, oh my goodness. At what point do I start like regurgitating the same show over and over again? Fortunately, there's a lot of room to make infinite shows on Magic the Gathering. Okay, we're gonna donate this super chat to Tyler. Replicating Ring. Replicating Ring is a 3-mana snow artifact. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on Replicating Ring. Then if it has 8 or more night counters on it, remove all of them and create 8 colorless snow artifact tokens named Replicated Ring with tap, add 1 mana of any color. This sounds terrible. It just sounds so bad. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter. It has... I need 8? So I need 8 turns? And it's a 3-mana mana rock. Those are the worst ones. On turn 3, that's when I want to do something big. I don't like it. In fact, I hate it. I'm putting it D tier. It's not, I'm not even gonna give it C tier. Like, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think at 3 mana for a mana rock, it's trash. It's just stone cold garbage. You're not gonna give it the time of day. I mean, it's your mana rock's gotta be 2 mana or 1 mana. And if it's 3 mana, it better do something nuts. Like, it better like make your sandwich and like do your laundry or something. And this one doesn't do that. With Proliferate, it's janky but fun. Alright, I'm gonna have to take your word for it, but a lot of other janky fun things out there. Alright, we're going to look at more snow-covered cards, very within the winter theme. But we're going to thank our sponsors today, FusionGamingOnline.com. This is the first place I go to. Hold on, do we have a change of the deal of the week this week? Not yet! But anyway, you can get 20% off all sealed product from Fusion Gaming Online for those in Canada. But for everyone else in the world, you can get your singles from FusionGamingOnline.com. Get your Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards, your Doctor Who... You're also your Wilds of Eldraine. What's at the back here? Oh, and also the Lord of the Ring, Tales of Middle-earth holiday release. And it is the holiday season, isn't it? You gotta treat yourself. And treat yourself also using coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also gonna thank our other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Play any deck anytime you want. It's cheaper. It's a ban list saver because when cards get banned, yours don't. None of your cards get banned. That is the power of renting cards with Mana Traders. And you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_1JV. Alright, back to debating Replicating Ring amongst other cards. Okay, next super chat. We go with the Dancing Odie. Thank you so much for your super chat. Bolduvian Frostwalker. Does anyone build, like, commander-based snow decks out there? Okay, actually, you had something to say. What was the extra thing you had to say? Merry Christmas to Coffee Crew. Merry Christmas. Okay, we have a... Whoa. Blue 2 generic 1/1 human wizard. You pay a blue. Tap. Target Snowland becomes a 2/2 blue elemental creature with flying. And it's still a land. The AI is paying attention to cards like this. Every single time that is still a land. Still, I gotta pay. This is awful. 3 mana for 1/1. I gotta pay more mana, tap, turn my lands, which now I can't even tap for mana because now I'm turning them into creatures, into a 2/2 flyer. Absolute garbage. Supreme trash. Put it straight to the D tier. I don't think that card is good at all. There might be some combo potential with that where you can, like, tap your lands. Can't remember. There was a combo where it required, like, a creature land to pull it off. It's still at Snowland. Yeah, there we go. It's still a Snowland. Okay, next, who have I not got? I don't think we got one from Restion yet. Okay, Restion Serpentine with the Rhyme Dryad. It is a Snow Forest Walk for 1 mana 1/2. This is terrible. It's a 1 mana it's basically 1 mana unblockable. You have but like only if they have a snow-covered forest. And in the Dryad type. Well, I think I've seen worse. No, forget, I have not. You can go into the D tier. D tier it is. You can snow walk down over there. Snow walk in the D tier. Tyler, thank you very much for your super chat. Icebreaker Kraken, Merry Christmas. Hope everyone is enjoying their holidays this week. Icebreaker, oh, we did this one. Okay, you got sniped. Also, you have another one? You got a backup already. Avalanche Caller. I was about to donate that one. All right, you got the backup. It's a blue 1 generic 1/3 human wizard. Pay 2. Target Snowland you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof haste until end of turn. It's still land. See, this card is like superior to the last one we looked at. This is how much? This is 3 mana for a dinky 1/1 that makes 2/2s, and it just has flying. This guy is a 2 mana 1/3, so like strictly better. It's a human wizard, and you're paying less mana, and you don't have to tap it. Target Snowland you control because a 4/4 elemental hexproof haste until end of turn. And it's still a land. Okay, this is far better. Do I still want to play this card? I don't know, actually. I have no idea how good or bad this card is. Because you can turn your entire mana base into an army. I like it, actually. I'll give it A tier. I think that's pretty good. You got a lot of mana, you got a lot of lands, now you have something to do with them. It doesn't even tap, so you can multiply that ability over and over again. And another one. And another one. Crest says, did you do blood and... Oh! I thought that was a comment on the goblin ski free guy. I thought, no, we didn't do blood on the snow. Okay, black, 4 generic snow sorcery. Choose one! Destroy all creatures. We could also destroy all the planeswalkers. Who do you think you are, Nicol Bolas? And then return a creature or planeswalker card converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast this spell. That's wild. This, blood on the snow. Who's shooting the arrows? They can kill the planeswalkers that easily? This is a great card. I wouldn't say it's super OP or anything, but this is great utility. So it's a reanimator card wrapped up in a nice gift with a sweeper. I'll give it A tier. Give the gift of giving. Give blood on the snow. That sounds so wrong, but at the same time, it's snow right. Okay, another one from Tyler Brenner. We've got Faceless Haven. Faceless Haven it is. Actually, actually saw quite a bit of competitive play, actually, in Standard and Pioneer. So you tap for a colorless, and it is a snow land. I believe it technically counts as snow. I think it's because it's like it tap whatever mana it taps for is technically snow, and you can pay like triple snow to turn into a 4/3 vigilance creature with all creature types until end of turn, and it's still a land. Just in case people forgot about that. I don't know why it requires that it says that. This is actually a pretty good card. I'm still gonna give it A tier. Like, it's a good card, but not a great card. It's not like an instant banger or anything like that. Not an instant banger. Oh, we did Goblin Snowman. It's right here. Don't see many goblins, but you see the snowman. Okay, Screwed? I don't think that's a card. I think you meant Scred. Maybe autocorrect screwed you on that one. But I think anyway, that's a funny. Either that or a very funny Freudian slip. We got a red instant. Scred will screw you though, because Scred deals damage equal to target creature equal to the number of snow permanents you control. It actually saw a lot of competitive play in Modern at one point. Because if you played in like just a mono red control deck, why not have this? It can deal like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to your opponent's creatures. A tier easily. If the Scred decks were like a little bit more prominent, I could give it S tier, but the problem is the cost of playing these cards is just a little too high. Someone said Scred? Oh. Well, I heard you. Okay, what we have next? We have a super chat. All right, let's look at Darkest Angel. Just wanted to say happy holidays to everyone. Thanks so much, Darkest Angel. Hopefully you're having happy holiday as well. Okay, we're gonna donate that super chat to Anna. Actually, it's A.N space .A. Okay, Barbarian Guides. Barbarian Guides is a red 2 generic. 1/2 Barbarian, and for 3 mana you can tap target creature you control gains a snow-covered land ability of your choice until end of turn. At end of turn, return that creature to its owner's hand. You gotta be kidding. This is terrible. So it's gonna be unblockable for 1 turn, but you gotta bounce it back to you. Trash. D tier. Yeah. How to undermine my own board state in 3 moves. By the Barbarian. Barbarian knows how to undermine everything. Beanpot with Scrying Sheets. This is a very interesting card. How much is it? It's like $6. It was like at $40. I think it was like $60 at one time. Not 60, like $20 or $30 at one point because it was clear Wizards was coming back to like snow-covered stuff. And this cares about snow-covered lands. All right, it's a snow land. Tap, add 1 mana to your mana pool. Also pay a white 1 generic. Tap, look at the top card of your library. If it's snow, reveal it, put it in your hand. That's card advantage. If you build your whole deck around snow cards, I mean, it's basically just says, pay 3, draw a card. Right off the top of your deck. The Library of Alexandria. Except you can have an empty hand. Anyway, this is a fantastic card. I think it's a really good card. You know what? This card could be S tier. It just doesn't have the synergy, but it can. I think it has S tier potential. I think it has S tier potential, but I'm gonna put in the A tier. I'm gonna put in the A tier slot. What about Mana Trader's favorite card, Search for Glory? What does that mean? I don't get that joke. If anyone understands that, let me know in the comments section. Okay, we have a white 2 generic. Snow sorcery. Search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or a saga card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. You gain 1 life for each snow spent to cast this spell. So it's a tutor, right? Search your library for a snow permanent card or a legendary card. It doesn't need to be snow, right? Or just be a legendary card or a saga card. You put it into your hand. This is a great card. This is a great card. You know, like, there's a lot of tutors at 3 mana. So I don't think this is out of line at all. Pretty fair. Not overpowering, but not bad. Not B tier. They figured out that you tend to pick freebies from those who mention your sponsors. Remember last stream? Oh. I don't know. You know what would help even better? Better avatars, people. You need to up your avatar game around here. But I also try to get to everybody. All right, Chen Fred. What do you got for us? The Rhyme Scale Dragon. There'll be dragons in those snow mountains. It is a snow creature. Okay, it's for 7 mana, a 5/5 flyer. Pay a snow 2 generic. Tap target creature and put an ice counter on it. What does that mean? Snow can be paid with 1 mana from snow permanents. Creatures with ice counters on them don't untap during their control's untap steps. That's insane! Permanently tap those things. So it's just removal. Creatures with ice counters on them don't untap. And what, this ice doesn't melt? It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon! It's the Blue Eyes White Snow Dragon. Yu-Gi-Oh's merging with Magic the Gathering. It's got 1,000,000 attack. I like it. It's a pretty good card. That is a very relevant ability. Okay, A tier. It's very nice. Very nice! Okay, Exarillium. Frost Walk Bastion for my super chat. I got sniped. Oh, you got sniped? Okay, don't worry. We're gonna redeem you. Frost Walk Bastion. It is a snowland for a task for colorless. Pay snow 1 generic until end of turn. Frostwalk Bastion becomes a 2/3 construct artifact creature. It's still a land. When it deals combat damage to a player, tap that creature. Sorry, when it deals combat damage to a creature, tap the creature. It doesn't untap during its next untap step. You put a stun counter on it. You feel the ice, Batman. Batman, you freeze in hell. A tier, B tier, A tier, B tier. I don't love this card very much. I'm gonna give it B tier. It's not bad. It's not good. It's okay. Okay, next super chat we got from JF. This is Snow Mercy. Show them mercy around here. Sorry, what? Okay, I have to. Can we twist this damn thing? Okay, we can tap it. Damn it. Okay, Snow Mercy. It's a white 2 generic. It's also not a real card. These super chats we'll put on the show. Okay, it's 4 mana. When a creature deals damage to you, put a globe counter on it. You can also tap, untap, tap, untap, tap, untap, tap all creatures with globe counters on them. So I literally have to tap, untap it like 5 times. Warning, shake gently. Contents may cause choking, hypothermia, and or planar invasion. Does this even do anything? Whenever a creature deals damage to you, put a globe counter on it. Okay, so if they deal damage to me, I can effectively tap, untap, tap, tap, tap. Tap all creatures with globe counters on them. So I have the power to stop them from attacking. Interesting. Interesting card. I actually like it. A tier. And it wishes everybody a happy holidays. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it B tier because it lets people attack you. I forgot that part. That's always a problem. When you get smacked. Like, they can still attack you, and you have no power over that. You only have power over their future creatures. Like, the after they dealt damage to you. So, I'm going to give that to the B tier. Alright, who haven't I gotten to yet today? Those tap, untap triggers would be nuts. They would actually give you some synergy over there. Okay, Cackling Goblin definitely gonna get a card yet. Snow Fortress. 5 generic mana for a 0/4 wall with Defender. Pay 1. Snow Fortress gets +1/+0 until end. It's got fire breathing. Why? Why would a Snow Fortress, a big wall, blockade, have fire breathing? We have pay... Oh, sorry, it's not a red, I guess. That's the difference. Pay 1, Snow Fortress can get bigger. It gets +0/+1. Or pay 3, Snow Fortress deals 1 damage to target creature without flying that's attacking you. You come after me, I'll pick you off for 3 damage. I don't like this card, really. I don't think it's that bad. No, it has Defender. It's not good. C tier. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I'm not in love with it. Can't even attack with that damn thing. So sad. Okay, Exarillium. Ah, Faceless Heaven. You did get absolutely sniped, didn't you? Nika Bro, what's up? It's the holidays. I hope everyone's going to enjoy the holidays. Get your hot cocoa out. Okay, so we're going to donate this super chat to Belor. Cold Steel Heart. Cold Steel Heart, 2 mana snow artifact. Cold Steel Heart enters the battlefield tapped. As Cold Steel Heart enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. I guess it's okay. It's like, Commander players, do you play this thing? Probably not. Enters the battlefield tapped. You don't even add mana with this thing immediately. B tier. I could be undervaluing this, though. It could be a much stronger card. It's like, it's a mana rock. Usually you don't have a whole lot to do with your mana rocks. At least the 2 mana ones. But it's not completely useless or anything like that. Fitron Espada. Merry Christmas, everyone. Coffee cards and bong hits for all who want them. Yeah, anyone who indulges in that sort of thing. Duke Firebird with the Glittering Frost. Glittering Frost, a green 2 generic snow enchantment aura. Enchanted land is a snow. Whenever Enchanted Land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color. I think that's a little too clunky. It's like, you know, a bad Utopia Sprawl. But Utopia Sprawl nonetheless, C tier. Like, what's the point? Enchanted Land is snow. Probably all your lands are snow anyway. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't. We did Dead of Winter. Adam says beer bong hit. Hits a beer bong? I wouldn't know. You guys would know better than me. All right, Tracer with the Icy Manipulator. I will count that. It's not technically a snow card. Is there anything that looks more snowy? Okay, this looks more snowy. Pay 4, artifact. Pay 1, tap. Tap target, artifact, creature, or land. It has the word ice in it. It's icy. Is that like a big snow? Is this technically a snowball? I never actually thought about what the hell this is. The Icy Manipulator. I always thought it was a glass ball. I don't know what the lore is behind the Icy Manipulator. It's actually S tier and limited. So if we're playing limited, it goes here, but we don't play limited. It's going B tier. Some people from like 93, 94 are going to yell at me. That's okay. You can yell at me. I don't care. The card sucks. It's been completely pushed, power crept out of the game. Completely power crept out of the game. True North A. Did you do Winter's Chill? We did not. Winter's Chill. This is an interesting card. It's a reserveless card for $3. And it's playable. Like, it's a blue X. Cast this spell only during combat before blockers are declared. X can't be greater than the number of snowlands you control. Choose X target attacking creatures. For each of those creatures, the controller may pay 1 or 2. If the player doesn't, destroy the creature. Destroy a creature at end of combat. If the player pays 1, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by that creature this combat. So if your opponent taps out and goes for a big attack, it's like a what? It's like, it's worse than, or maybe not worse, it's on par with Settle the Wreckage. It's a blue Settle the Wreckage. I actually think this card is insane. But of course your opponent needs to go all out, and I mean, it's great versus token decks. It'll get them. They're not going to prevent everything. I'm going to give that A tier. It's a very cute card if you've never heard of it before. On the reserve list, but it's like $3. Okay, next super chat we got from Cerise of Ether. Thank you so much on this holiday season. Ice Fang. Oh, sorry. Icefall Regent. Of course. If ice can. Absolutely ice counts around here. Still on the very winter. It's a winter theme day. You know, it's got the word winter, ice, snow. It's all good with me. We got blue 3 generic 4/3 dragon. Because I know how much you love them. You love your dragons. Okay, we got, it has flying, of course. Most of the dragons fly. Some don't, though. When Icefall Regent enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Icefall Regent. So it gives it stun. And spells your opponent's cast that target the Icefall Regent cost 2 more to cast. Wow, it was the first ward. It's effectively ward. Before ward existed. All right. I actually like this card. I think it's Deece. It's Deece. I give it the A tier. Give it A tier treatment around here. We did Dead of Winter. Weren't you there, King Ginger? I swear you were there. I swear. Okay, David Sampson with Sunstone for the Fog meta. The Fog meta. Pay 3. Pay 3 for an artifact, which then you have to pay more. Pay 2. Sacrifice a snow-covered land to have all creatures deal no damage in combat this turn. Wow, okay, it's a repeatable fog. So it's not just like one fog, it's millions of fogs. This sort of looks like a... No, this is not Buddha, but it sort of reminds me of Buddha in the background. Where do I put this? I don't think it's that bad, but I don't think it's even B tier worthy. C tier it is. It's not absolute garbage. Like fog every turn, in a commander game, it might dissuade anyone from even coming after you, because if they do, I mean, they might just waste their time. It's like, do I want to throw all my creatures at this player for them to just sack a land and deal no combat damage? Okay, next up we've got anime picture person, Arkham's Slay. The slow cousin of Arkham's Astrolabe. Oh, the origin story, huh? We got the 1-mana artifact. Pay 2, tap. Attacking this turn does not cause target creature to tap, so it gives vigilance. You cannot use this ability if defending player controls no snow-covered lands. This is absolute stone-cold trash. With the proper equipment and caution, one can travel anywhere. Arkham Dagson. This is so bad. It is beyond useless. This is the crappiest vigilance enabler I've ever seen. D tier. Never in a million years. Okay, Gillum. With Wall of Shards. Is that a snow card? It is. Alright, it's a white, 1 generic, 1/8, flying defender. And commutative upkeep, an opponent gains 1 life. I don't like the idea of that. I don't like the idea of giving my opponent's life. On the other hand, it's like a decent wall. You might even be able to play a card which says your opponents can't gain life. Alright, C tier. C tier it is. Okay, Exrillium, another super chat. Ice Death Frost Titan. Oh, sorry, Icing Death. It is a white 2 generic 4/3 dragon. More dragons with flying and vigilance. When Icing Death Frost Tyrant dies, create Icing Death Frost Tongue, a legendary white equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and equip 2. This card is actually breaking my brain. So apparently this is a creature that turns into an equipment. The equipped creature gets +2/+0. When they attack, not deal damage, tap target creature defending player controls, and that's it. Okay, gotcha. It's value. Okay, so when it dies, it becomes something else. And you have to make a token. Do we have a token here? Here's the token. An equipment token. It's the Frost Tongue. That's a tongue? I don't see the tongue over here. Anyway, I do like the card. It's a lot of value. It's not even that expensive. It's 4 mana. I think it's one of the best things we have at A tier here. Great card. Love it. Next up. Welcome, Majra. Welcome. We got Epic Nate. Huldra of the Icy Crown. Oh, sorry. Is it Hydra? Or Hilda? Hilda. I'll first look up I'll look up of the Icy Crown. Sort of looks like you're saying Hydra. Oh no, it is Hilda. It's Hilda. It's a human warlock. It's a white 1 generic, white, blue, 2 generic, 3/2 legendary creature. It's not Snow White. Who's like a villain from like Icy Snow? Movies. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, you may pay 1. When you do, choose 1. Create a 4/4 white and blue elemental creature token. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, or scry 2 and draw a card. All of that is pure value. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls. Also, we do have to... Yeah, there is a little bit of effort in order to tap your opponent's stuff. Cool looking card, though. Elsa? Elsa it is. Elsa it is. I have to tap an untapped creature an opponent controls. Do you know what? B tier. You suffer in the B tier. You're a lot of work. You're a little too much work to make happy around here. Okay, next up. Thing in the Ice. I think a lot of you are suggesting this. Thing in the Ice. You gotta chill out, Thing in the Ice. Just keep your cool. Alright, don't get angry. Or I'll bring out a Snickers for you. Alright, we got a blue 1 generic. 0/4. Horror with Defender. Thing in the Ice enters the battlefield with 4 ice counters on it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, remove an ice counter from Thing in the Ice, and if it has none left, you transform it into the Awoken Horror. A 7/8 Kraken Horror with this insane ability. When this creature transforms into Awoken Horror, return all non-horror creatures to their owner's hands. So I bounce them back, boys and girls. The horror has arrived. This actually is an amazing card. Seen a lot of tier 1 play in multitudes of formats. Definitely an S tier worthy card. Definitely S tier worthy. Do all cards that change stuff to basic lands count as they can change stuff to snow covered? No. I'm not going to count that. Joe with Avalanche. I have a feeling this is going to be a red card. I just feel it. I knew it. Anything to do with a mountain is always red for some reason. Okay, it's a red, 2 generic, and X. That is a very expensive X mana spell. We're ready to, like, break in the bank on the front end here. Destroy X target snow-covered lands. Oh my god! It's the snow hate that is outside the range of modern, but I don't even know if anyone could play the snow hate. Gabriel Wong. Is this woman one of the best commanders right now? Are you serious? Is the Winter Queen the queen of commander? Let's go back. Is Hilda like busted? I need some confirmation here. If it's busted, I'll move her up to S tier. I'm not familiar with how good she is. I mean, I can see the value, but it sounds like a very dirtily card to me. Nah, not even CDH. That's good enough for me. Since also Dave says she is good, but not CEDH. I snow hate it. Okay, I'm leaving her in the B tier then. Not CEDH, but good value. There's a lot of cards that are good value out there. Come on, everything's a good value card. Oh, Avalanche. Where are we gonna rank this card? I'm gonna put it C tier. Oh, and we're not done yet. Sorry, we're not done. Here. Because we've got super chats. And for as long as the super chats keep rolling, the show keeps going. We got Eric. How come Snow Basics aren't in S tier? Because no one's mentioned one yet. All right, snow covered. Truth is, no one suggested a single Snow Basic. Okay, as weird as funny as that is, we're like 58 minutes into the show, not a single Snow Basic has been mentioned. I agree, Snow Basics are S tier. They're almost strictly better basic lands. In a lot of metagames, you actually have to play with Snow Basics to at least throw your opponent off that you're playing a snow land. You know what? This is actually worse. Let's get a better picture. This actually looks a lot more snow-like. Here, I'll even get the full picture. We go widescreen here. Because there's a lot of space in the S tier that's been completely wasted anyway. Snow Basic S tier. Basic land to rule them all. She's almost top 100, 205. Oh god, like, that's not very impressive to me. Okay, Belor with Winter Orb. All right, we got a 2-mana artifact. As long as, let's get the, where is the, I want the one with the, there we go. We got, actually it looks a little ugly. I take it back. Nah, it's iconic. Okay, 2-mana artifact. As long as Winter Orb is untapped, players can untap more than one land during their untap steps. That is, when this thing hits the battlefield, everyone hates this card.
No, God, please, no!
Because all of a sudden you're siphoned on your land. You're siphoned on everything. Am I gonna untap my creatures? Am I gonna untap my lands? Oh, sorry, it's only, oh, sorry, this is the only land one. I was thinking of Static Orb. Okay, this is just the Winter Orb. Only affects your lands. Either way, it screws over your mana base. The one thing people do not like getting touched. Do not touch my mana base. Do not touch my mana. I want to curve out, damn it. S tier. This actually still sees play even today. Even today. It's nice, actually, that this sees so much play in Commander. So long as your friends tolerate it, that's for sure. See you later, Gillum. Alright, King Ginger. I saw the suggestion. Blood on the Snow. If it's been done, we donate to chat. Yeah, we're donating to chat. We've done that one already. We did Thawing Glaciers. We got John Vask with the Ice Cauldron. Oh, come on. Ice Cauldron? Are you serious? We got 4-mana. I hate reading this card. It's a damn Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's a 4-mana artifact. Pay X, tap. You may exile an online card from your hand. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. Put a charge counter on Ice Cauldron and note the type and amount of mana spent to pay this activation cost. Activate only if there are no charge counters on Ice Cauldron. Tap. Remove a charge counter from Ice Cauldron. Add Ice Cauldron's last noted type and amount of mana. Spend this mana only to cast the last card exiled with Ice Cauldron. I don't even know if there's even a practical use for this card. Is anyone even playing with this card? Do we just bring it up for the memes? I'm putting in the D tier. Okay, who did not get one? Oh, Dark Depths! From Steve Cooper. Dark Depths. Alright, it's a legendary Snowland. Oh, I need to get a Darth Vader sound effect. I need some, like, evil sound effect for these moments. Dark Depths enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters on it. Pay 3, remove an ice counter from Dark Depths. When Dark Depths has no ice counters on it, sacrifice it. And if you do, you create Myrdlage, a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. A terror of so many formats. So powerful, it's even banned in Modern. Yeah, don't screw with the Dark Depths. Many decks are just built around this card to kill you and just you get that 2020 out. It seems like a joke. And even then it's a little slow to get online, but once it's online and just connects with you once, I mean, it's over. You're dead. And there's no coming back from it. All right, what a nice way to end the show. And that's it, people. Here's our wonderful snow-covered tier list. I'm glad everyone brought up so many cool cards. Very snowy, very blue themed on this list, despite the fact that they're not all blue cards. And if you love Coffee and MTG, you're going to want to be here weekdays. We do this weekdays, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Want to be part of the show? Be there or be square. And remember, for everyone, for between December 20th to January 5th, with the exception of Christmas, which is today, we are doing another show at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So 2 shows in one day on the weekdays, with the exception of today. I won't be there. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, I really appreciate it. It helps support it and make sure that it shows up every day. And we got to thank, of course, the Coffee crew who are here every day. People like Some124C, we got Boone Saver, a Tracer, Beanpot, Darkest Angel, Steven, Mr. Deadhead, Abzo, David Sampson, B. Jack Straw, Beanpot Restion, Crackling Goblin, Steve Cooper again. We got the anime avatar person, Epic Nate. Who else do we have? We have Wusty. Who else is around? King Ginger, Jess, Lightning Medic. Because you guys make the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up those coffees and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Happy holidays to everybody, and I will see you at the next cup.